morning, first of all. About 9:30? It's like actually relatively early, but where are we?
We're in a queue for food.
Which we normally don't queue for food. We're not that hungry. It's a pretty long queue. I didn't expect it because I didn't think it was popular. Although I guess we did see it on social.
We're in a village.
Yeah, it's called Ikseondong Hanok Village. And it's, I mean, you can see it from our hotel room. It literally took us a minute to get across the street here. This is our first time in the area though, and queuing. Let's see if it's worth it. It is a very hot day, super sunny, but we're like just in the shade.
We have left the queue and we're just gonna find a different cafe.
It's not worth queuing. I just don't think it is. Anyway, place was called Mill Toast. They steam their own bread in-house in like traditional sort of dim sum baskets. I think there's a lot of other places here, so we're gonna wander around and see what else there is. Alright, we found another place. It's called Soha Salt Pond. It's a much smaller queue, and we're actually almost ordering, and it smells delicious. I think it's like croissants and baked goods and cute vibes. Really delicious, like shiopan, like a little salty bread thing that we really like. Very buttery. There was another one that we got was buttercream. Price was reasonable, it was like 3,000 won, 4,000 won each. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to another Hanok village, which is Bukchon. It is getting really hot and sunny, so I'm sure we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna wanna go in somewhere and cool off as well. Maybe by then we'll be hungry. But it's a short walk. Chantal's just doing some shopping right now in the village before we make our way over. Alright, Chantal, you got a little suvi.
Yeah.
More jewelry. Dainty.
So nice and dainty.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. Cute little shop.
When we see signs that say free admission, we go. So this is the Unhyeongung Palace, Royal Palace. And I think I know why it's free admission. There's not a lot of shade. And it's like beating down sun, and it's only 11 o'clock. I guess it was a palace of a former king. And Chantal, you said it was, how old was he?
He was 11 years old when he was like named king.
Young king. I can't imagine living in like the 1800s here, which I think that was the correct time period. But no aircon, no heating. I will say, as soon as we stepped up into this area, even though it's hot in summer right now, it actually feels nice and cool over here. So that's fine, but I've heard that winters are brutal in Seoul, so I don't know how they would have survived that. It's like surprisingly breezy in this little corridor. I don't know if it's like the concrete or what, but maybe they built it so that the sun doesn't face directly into these areas, so it's nice and cool. So I think this area right here is Chantal's favorite. Do you see those giant jugs back there?
For kimchi?
I think so. One thing I love is everything's so low to the ground. I guess it's bad for your knees, right? There's no chairs, it's just pillows. I think most people still do that in Korean and Japanese culture.
This is the central place because were able to identify it by the decorated tops.
Oh, so not all of it's decorated. I don't know if anyone here knows, but for whatever reason, all the palaces are giant courtyards with like separate buildings. Why wasn't ever just a single building? Or, I don't know, just less buildings? I guess they care about having a lot of space for a palace, but when it gets cold or hot, you don't want to be outside anyway, so I'd rather just have a giant indoor area. Revelation. I think there's multiple buildings because multiple families lived here, different generations, and you don't want to be staying that close to your parents or grandparents, so that makes sense why there's several buildings here. Could I pull off the hat?
No, I think you need this one. So the emperor, when he was a kid, he used to play around the pine tree, and it was so important to him growing up that he named it a minister.
So this is a minister. Huh. Well, that was fun. Onwards for more walking to...
Bukchon?
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Bukchon.
Bukchon Hanok Village. It's not as sunny anymore, so it actually should be pretty nice walk. What flag is that? You hear that? It's peaceful and quiet. It's like a Kyoto. You know the old area of Kyoto where it's super crowded and busy though? And hilly, because there were a lot of ups and downs, but obviously more shops than what we've seen so far. But it's really pretty and really quiet. I don't think we came here last time. We missed it somehow. But as I mentioned, you can see a lot of people wearing their hanbok. It's a very hot day to wear hanbok, but looks like a fun activity, I guess. I think it also might be because we are really close to Gwanghwamun Palace, and if you do wear a hanbok, you do get free entry. I think it's only a few thousand won to get in anyway. We went last year. Pretty cool. Also check that out if you're here. All right, we're just getting lost in this little mazy kind of village called Hanok. I think there's a couple villages called Hanok. We actually need to find out what it means. But I was saying, there's so many people wearing hanbok, they should just call it Hanbok Village. I love the colors. If we can find a place like this in Singapore, I totally would move there. We are up a little hill. We saw some people dragging their suitcases all the way up to a rental property, I guess. It is hot, so I feel bad for them. But you know, there's this huge view with clusters that's kind of like not obvious to get to. We just wandered around and came across it. But it reminds me of like a ancient version of La Favelas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those tin roofs, but instead, whatever this material is, ceramic. Yeah, I don't know how the trash person comes to pick up the trash because there's a lot of windy streets and it is very hilly. Right here is a traditional tea house called Cha Tul. We had it saved on our list, but we are thinking of getting food instead. So we're gonna make our way back down and grab some food. And it is much nicer going down than it is up. So that's one of our favorite snacks here in Korea. If you recognize that bee, it's a honey almond or honey nut type thing. They're really popular, delicious. It's true, right, Chantal?
That's what you say.
Yup, that's true. It looks like a long line, but the gentleman said it should be about 20 minutes. And I think it usually is even longer because look how many seats. It's like a bus station.
Yeah.
But we do queue when you see the Michelin.
Man, it's like a roller coaster ride. We just moved so much and it gets you so excited.
I think it's less than 20 minutes. But apparently this place is known for their mandu, which sounds delicious, so that's what we're gonna get. Can we do this one?
만두국
Mandugo. And
하나,
yep, and
국수 하나.
네. 감사합니다.
Waited 12 minutes. That's it. It was very, very fast. They already took our order, and I'm very excited.
So we ordered a myeonok, I think, and another mandu soup. So this is another dish that we've had. I think this will be the third place that we've had it, so it's great because we can compare it. One was, I think, a Michelin star restaurant. Another one was a popular spot. And then this is our third one, which is a Michelin Gourmand. How's the size? What do you think?
It's a little smaller than the other places we've been to.
We don't know about the flavor yet, so
It's all in the flavor.
don't judge a book by its size.
Yes. Yeah.
The mandus are basically the same, but the cold soup, it's like very thick and creamy. It looks delicious. It's gonna have a lot of flavor, I can already tell. Alright, we beat the lunch rush because there's more of a queue now, but I don't think it actually takes long regardless. What'd you think?
It was really good.
Yeah? I realized I made a mistake though. I thought it was myeonok because I assumed myeonok is like cold noodles.
So it is different.
It is. It's called Kalguksu, I think, which is the restaurant's name. So I'm glad we had that, which I guess is the soybean broth. The texture of the noodles and the mandu were perfect. Thick enough that you can feel it, you know?
Right.
So I probably would say, I don't remember the first place we went to, but I think the mandu here it's smaller.
It's smaller, but I think because of that, you can taste more of the meat and the seasoning.
Yeah, I think so. It's more compact with flavor. Look, we randomly found a garden.
It's so hot, but I really love it.
We do not like the cold at all. Make sure to wear sunscreen. Don't burn. It is like 6:30 p.m. now, I think. And we took the subway over to Hongdae University because this is where the famous Hongdae Street and a bunch of shopping and food and a bunch of fun stuff that happens. It's dinner time. We're at Kongbul and we don't know what we ordered, but it's supposed to be a set for 2 people. It's massive. So we got a makgeolli as well. It's big and I don't drink. So Chantal's gonna have fun with that one. I don't know if they're tricking us because we're foreigners. Do you actually drink it out of this thing? And so they're super helpful. We get to eat this in like 1 minute. We've also got some soup. And later it'll be fried rice with cheese. Alright, what'd you think?
It was really good. Good job finding a place out of nowhere.
Yeah, I kind of like that we don't always go to the same places that we save on the map, but like just randomly come across it. It was like 31,000 for everything, including the makgeolli. So what I like about the place is they have instructions on how to like cook the thing, but even better, they actually do it for you. The streets are getting busier. There's actually performers over here that I think I want to take a look at.
한번 준비를 해볼게요. 준비되어 있어서 지금 부탁드립니다.
Is it like 2 weeks ago?
Like a week
No, a week ago. Coldplay tickets were coming out for 6 days in Singapore, and we did not manage to get tickets. But ever since then, every cafe, everywhere that plays music, which you can hear right now, it's Coldplay. It's like they're taunting us. Right, we're about to hit the busy side. One thing I've learned in terms of fashion is monotone colors are in. Everyone wears black and white, so I'm totally in right now. But like literally, you look anywhere, it's just black and white. Black is a little much because it's freaking hot, so. But if you want to be fashionable, Korea is known for their fashion, and they're all wearing black and white here. Chantal, what is this?
Dalgona.
We got a Dalgona thing from Squid Games. We didn't try one last time. Do we need a toothpick or something?
Yeah.
We need to figure out how we. Yeah, we need to figure out how to get it. But we're gonna put it in the backpack, and hopefully it doesn't break. We're back in familiar places. We were here almost exactly a year ago for Chantal's birthday, which is July 3rd.
It's a type of dessert called bingsu.
This chain is called Sulbing. This location in particular is in Hongdae. It's like right outside exit 9 of the subway, and it's a super popular area. It might seem crowded and very loud, but I will say that the queue usually, how long was I in line for?
You were there about 10 minutes, but you have to grab a table. So you got to work as a team. One person stands in line to order, and the other person has to just hunt for an open table.
It's pretty reasonably priced. I think mine was like just under 12,000 Korean won. You'll see what it looks like in a second, because as soon as you order, which again took 10 minutes for me to order, it's pretty quick. I think ours is going to be the next one ready, and I just sat down like 3 minutes ago.
Good choice.
This one is
Tiramisu.
no chocolate brownie. I think last time we had tiramisu, I was between chocolate brownie and Oreo chocolate monster. But I saw a lot of people writing the word brownies in the review, so maybe this one, I mean, there's a classic. I think the Oreo chocolate one is like seasonal. I don't know. This looked really chocolatey.
I can smell it already.
Shall I pour? Alright, we made it back. Really cool mural, by the way. We saw this last night. We didn't realize this, but this quiet street that we're on, it's not quiet at night. Like, it gets so busy out there, it's ridiculous. But anyway, we're gonna call it a night. Tomorrow is our last full day in Seoul before we go to...
Secret.
Okay, we'll tell you later. Bye.